Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio. Y'all know who the fuck it is. Alright, we're gonna take, I'm pretty sure my audience already has confidence in me that I'm not misleading you guys or telling or being overly dramatic about app issues for the sake of views. That's definitely not the case. But I'm going to talk, this is something I wanted to touch on yesterday, but I didn't have the screenshots to back it up. I'm not going to just like make wild assumptions without having something to lean on. I need something to back up my argument, right? So this morning I got in my car at about, honestly, 4:12 a.m., 4:11, 4:12. I got this ping. I remember I turned on my app when I was walking towards the car, so maybe that was like 4:10, and then I got this ping. I got this ping literally seconds after turning my car on, and I remember this ride was about, what, 9 minutes or something? Not even. I must have driven quickly. So I got this ping. There you go. Green. Guys, I'm in a city where people don't understand what green lights mean. This is where I drive, and this is why I'm going gray. People don't understand that you are supposed to go through green lights. Okay. So, anyway. Yeah, it took me, again, since I don't have acceptance rate, and since obviously I'm showing you guys that accepting rides is not moving my acceptance rate up, but declining rides will definitely move it down. It's not beneficial to me to skip rides, but it's still at 4:13 in the morning. It's like, okay, the reason I'm okay with doing some of these shorter rides like this that early is because, at least back when I had Uber and still with Lyft, just because the first ride is a shorty and it's shared doesn't mean the next ride or the stacked ping won't be a decent airport ride. It happens all the time. So I took this ride, and then I believe the next ride I got the ping as I was eating miles, because at that point it was already about, let's say, what, 4:35 maybe, 4:40. Sorry, yeah, 4:43, and pretty much the same thing. I think this ride, it took me longer to get them than it did to drop them off, so not a great ride. Then again, I don't have my trip duration or direction, so check that out. So that was. Okay, maybe I was on the highway, so maybe distance-wise it was longer to go get them, but time-wise it wasn't, if that makes any sense. And then for officially today on Lyft, because as you guys know, Lyft's day starts at 5 a.m., I didn't get any airport rides today, which is strange. So, one second. Traffic here. Got a lot of shit I gotta do. I gotta get some breakfast and then go work out. So I've still got my. Please pick a lane. God. Idiot cab drivers. So, alright, so 5:26 a.m. I got that ping, and I was figuring it'd be an O'Hare ride, or, it could have been an airport ride. But it wasn't. It was just a ride going to the loop, and then after that, it was all after I dropped that person off, I noticed $3.60 something cent power zone, so I went to go load that up, and then that's when I turned on my filter. So that the 6:09 a.m. and 6:37 a.m. rides were both on a filter. After that, no filter. I would just see a power zone. I would go load it up, and then if it was loaded up to its max, I would just turn economy on. So that 7:15 a.m., as you guys can see, that was a short ride. That was like a 4-minute ride going north. But the power zone was nearly double of what the fare was. And then the 2 Lux rides after that were me attempting to load up power zones, but when they were like halfway through loading up, I would get Lux pings, and lucky for me, the Lux pings weren't that long, or the rides weren't that long. Because like I said, my whole strategy in the morning is I want to get the short, nice rides, hopefully with power zones, and then I want to close out with a decent airport ride. I want to close out with like a $40 or $50 ride, right? Or a long trip. I'm happy with that too. It just didn't happen today. But I did get power zones on most of my rides. Now, let's talk about why my acceptance rate is not moving up. And I think this might have something to do with it. So we get off the highway really quick. And let me know if anyone out there is having the same issue. I sincerely doubt out of the 1.5 million Lyft drivers in America, I'm the only one that this is happening to. So, okay, let's go to my gallery really quick. All right, I believe this was the first one in the morning. This doesn't happen after every single ride, but on some of my rides, when I end the ride, I'll get 2 notifications that pop up on my phone. One of them will say, Lyft app online, the regular one. The other one will say the passenger I just had, and it'll say the ride was canceled, right? So, and that happens after completing the ride, and I can prove it because that one says 4:59 a.m. So all we have to do is go back into the trip history there, and also we got to go back to yesterday. So check that out. So 4:43 pickup, 9:50 drop off, 9:59. That coincides with what time the passenger Heather, I got the notification, says cancel the ride, even though I completed the ride. And like I said, this happens a few different times a day. So check that out. I know it's not a time step on that one, but here's a better example. This is my last ride. 9:45 a.m. Emily ended the ride. It's getting hot in this car. Turn the air conditioning on. It was colder yesterday, so I got more layers on. Wait a second. Yeah. I don't want to show the address. I don't want to show any information. Alrighty. So, as you guys see there, the pickup was at 9:25, drop off was 9:45. That's what time I got the notification from Lyft on my phone saying the ride was canceled, right? And that doesn't happen after every single ride. So what makes me think is the obvious problem I think is happening is every ride request that you deny is being counted. Every time you cancel on a ride, it's being counted for the acceptance rate on Lyft. But not every single ride you accept and complete is being counted towards your acceptance rate if you're having the same issue as mine. I don't know if anyone else is having that issue. I haven't seen that for myself. All I know is I've been dealing with this for the last 2 weeks, where before it did seem like you could take, out of 100 rides, because as you guys see on my dashboard, if we go to my dashboard, it doesn't say percentage out of 100 rides. It's out of your last 100 ride requests. Now, for the week, it went up by 1%. It was at 88 this morning. But But for the week, I'm at, what, 64 trips since 5 a.m. on Monday. And like I said, I've turned down 2 rides, I think, and I've canceled on 3. So, and I know I did not go on a canceling spree or denying rides on the last couple of days of over the weekend last week. So I don't know how to explain this. So I'm gonna get in touch with Lyft support, because I did email them last week and said there's something up with the acceptance rate. So I'm gonna have to do it again. But I mean, to my credit, I know a lot of guys are kind of coming down on me for my earnings this week, which I can't control what rides I get, but I just have not been getting good rides from the suburbs first thing in the morning. You know, like last week on Friday, I was dragged further. I was dragged west before I got dragged south. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? I haven't been getting a lot of airport rides in the morning, in the AM, before like 5:36, and I haven't been getting. This week I got more than last week, but like this week I'm not really getting those decent airport rides to finish up the day. It's just not. They have not been as consistent as they used to be. But gotta power through. I mean, I made what, $112 or something in 5 hours this morning, which is about how many miles I drove. But then again, those two first rides before 5 a.m. were not great rides, but that's what we had to deal with out here. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for this one. Thank you all for watching. Everyone, please stay safe, stay tuned, and stay classy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.